Yo,
Eh,
how's it going?
Pretty good, are you?
I'm chilling, having a pretty good day. So how's the melee been going?
Pretty good. I feel like I have like pretty defined focuses right now. Um, so that's good. I feel like I've been playing kind of bad, but at least I know what I need to do, you know.
Oh, that's good.
Uh,
Yeah, what issues have you been having? I saw you wrote up a little
uh
bit of stuff.
yeah, I think I have so one of them is just being I don't know, like locked in, like present, focusing, applying the game plan that I know I need to apply.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes like it's kind of hard because some of these tournaments are pretty late. I wake up at like 5 a.m., so I'm just like dead tired by the end.
Yeah, that is a tough
So
one.
and as Falco, I feel like I'm so like if I slip at all, I just like down air into them and then get owned.
Yeah, it's crazy how you can like ruin your whole night with one bad down
Yeah,
air. You're like, oh, I waited
exactly.
all week for that down air.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. So that's one thing. Just like I don't know, the last couple tournaments I went to, I feel like I didn't apply the game plans very well. Um, and then the other thing I kind of mentioned, like getting reversal, like reverse 30'd or kind of, I don't know if I'm getting adapted on and I'm just not like recognizing it. Uh, I don't know if there's certain parts of like my game plans that I need to adjust. That's kind of what I want to talk about, like in this set in particular, where I feel like I played really good, like for the first few games, and then I just started getting kind of owned. Like I don't know if he started playing better, if he picked up on something, if I started slacking, if the games
What
just
I would
weren't going
say,
my way.
usually a safe bet, like, I would say basically every time. You don't really need to think about it too much. Just assume that you are the one changing. It is much better than thinking they like adapted to something, honestly. Just and it like maybe sometimes they did adapt to something, but
Hmm.
like usually it'll be like, well, they adapted to one thing and then you freaked out and chain reacted and adjusted 10 other things that didn't need adjusting and then you lost, type of thing. So
Right.
like even if they did adjust, almost like overwhelmingly, it's because like if you're getting reverse 3-0'd, it's because like you went up two games. Usually what happens is somebody goes up two games kind of like not without realizing it, but you just kind of plan, and you're like, "Oh, I'm up two games," and then you go, "What did I do those last two games that like worked so well?" And then when like you try to do it on purpose, it like falls
Yeah,
apart.
yeah, yeah.
That is
I
that's just like
definitely,
how
I
it goes
definitely
for
get that.
everybody. That's how it goes for me too. It's very
Yeah.
frustrating. Um, and I think
I,
the what's up?
No, I was just gonna add on to that. I do think that like for this set, I started getting into my head a little bit about like top plat, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I when I'm playing well, I'm using plats. I shouldn't say relying. I'm using platforms very well and using like top platform to escape and stuff. And then I started thinking like because I won on Battlefield and Dreamland, I was like, oh, I can't go back to Battlefield or Dreamland. Like now I have to go to a small stage. Top plat's not as far away. Then I feel like it just all like snowballed and my
Right. No, that's how it
mental
goes because
crumbled.
that throws you out of like the rhythm, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I'm down to take a look at it and see what's up. That's just like my general thought. A lot of times, especially last stock, people start fishing. Like you start being like, "How did I close out all those other stocks?" You know, and
yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
That happens to me a good bit. I'm trying to work on that lately. Um, can you see the stream?
Yes, I could see
Okay.
stream.
Okay, nice. So far, it seems like pretty classic Falco Luigi. Although I would say right here, you probably want to drop Shine Bear, like here,
Ooh,
like shield drop Shine back here, because the down air is not really
yeah,
going to help you out too much in this position. And if you
I do.
like nair
Yeah, I
him or
get into that
something,
spot a
he'll
lot.
just slide off. It's the only thing I really thought of there. Okay, that's good. Not that's crazy though. Why would you retreat on this edge guard? Like I think if right here you hit him off and you just kind of like full hop out aggressively, like backwards or something, you're probably gonna die here. Because like basically instead of playing like this position, which is a pretty good position for you, really good actually. You change it to like this position, which is like you're not gonna do anything here. He's gonna sweet spot. You can't hit him. Okay, good back air.
Do you think I reset a lot?
You should be down airing here. Like even if you like, I would say run off double jump down air here anyway, and then to cover misfire if he does side B. Or you can grab ledge, shine, turn around, dare to cover the misfire. And then typically I think you should just dare side B. Like you shouldn't be back airing side B. This should just be a down air. He'll die every time, regardless of the percent. Okay. I like doing a dash dance here. I think this was like the perfect range to shoot your laser, and I'll just do like dash in, dash back, and check for the short hop, and then if he does, you get like a short hop nair in. Definitely a little bit of weird retreating going on, where you're like, okay, I have this great position, and I can understand not necessarily wanting to be there, but like run all the way across the stage is crazy.
Yeah.
If anything, you just go to top plat, you still like maintain center stage and stuff. Probably back air here. The down air's not going to kill him, it just kind of gives him ledge for free. I'm just kind of going over stuff I see, because it's not like you're like playing it like really bad or anything. Although I would definitely avoid those downers in the corner. See how you have this habit of doing like the laser shield here? This is the second time you've done that. This is just never going to get you anything. You just want to dash dance after that laser. Because imagine if you had just done like a dash dance here, you would have just gotten like a free punish. Because you would have missed the grab, and you would have just downered him or something. Okay. Nice. Weird retreat again. I don't understand that. You just keep like retreating after you get him off stage. Okay. Good back here. Okay, definitely kind of stop lasering and you kind of stop moving vertically. I think the vertical is the key against Luigi, especially if you're in the corner. The full hop out of the corner just kind of never gets old. That wasn't bad. Yeah, I think you're doing like okay so far. I think you definitely, some of your decisions are better than others. It feels like it's like really good thing mixed with random down air. But outside of those random down air decisions, I'm like, okay, no, I see it. You're doing a pretty good job. Yeah. I feel like the full hops are so good because they make Luigi want a full hop, and then if he does this, you just get like a free shield drop back air or something. Okay. I'm probably just gonna somewhat speed through it since it's like a reverse 3-0, but I need to get some context for this game first. Okay. I like the back air there instead of the down air. Okay. Yeah, this isn't bad. Yeah, you did that thing again. You like the laser shield. You can just if you just continued to dash back here, this would have missed.
It's funny because that habit, like, I usually have a habit of doing the shield stop first, and I've been trying to break that. Like that shield stop laser that I did right there. I have that habit, but I don't like. I do shield stop, turn around, laser. I did that a lot, and I think it's really bad because I should just laser.
Yeah, you can just short hop backflip laser instead of the
yeah,
shield
exactly.
drop.
I haven't noticed that I do it the other way around though, so that's interesting.
I think there's like definitely been a little bit too much like approaching aerial. Dude, yeah, why are you retreating on these edge guards? That's actually crazy. Like if Luigi does this and you like, okay, so first of all, why are you grabbing the edge? You know, like what is the logic behind grabbing the edge here?
I think it's just like autopilot, probably.
Yeah, because basically like every time Luigi is off stage, you should be like very, very focused. The only thing you care about is down airing him, like every time. Like he's just off stage, and you should be like, oh, I can down air that. So like, if you're here, like basically you there's almost never a time where you want to grab the edge against Luigi's recovery. There's like maybe a couple times here or there, but like especially if he's like off stage and falling, you do not want to do that. Like right here, sure, the lasers are a little bit early, but like, okay, if we're here and we see him side being, and we're here, we can you can literally react to this side B and just like full hop out, double jump down air and kill him like every time. Whereas if you're on the ledge, you've just like heavily limited your options, and then you just kind of like hit him off, and then you grab the edge, and then you're like, I'm getting out of here, and it's like, wow, he definitely doesn't like deserve that. You know, even this one, like if you hit him off like this and you go to side plat here and you just wait and you see him do this, you could probably full hop up and either maybe you don't back air him here, but maybe you can like threaten it and then he whiffs this and you kill him with the back air here or something. But you're just like, this is like his weakest position in the whole matchup, and you're just kind of giving it to him like every time for no reason. Like he's not doing anything to make you give it to him. He's just like waiting. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, it's probably a combination of like just tournament nerves and
I get
and
it.
autopilot, just not trying to like not being willing to just risk ending it, you know, like I don't know, it's really bad.
I understand. I think this is like one of those like exception type cases, you know, where like it's like most characters, they have some sort of trick to like make it harder to edge guard them in that situation, and Luigi just doesn't. He just has like 30 frames of lag on his side B. I think it's literally like 40 or something. Like it's absolutely absurd how much lag it has, and even if he has the hitbox out, like you'll just like trade and he'll die. But usually you'll either beat the hitbox or you'll hit him after the hitbox is out. It's the same when they're mashing like down B. There's like a big lag out of down B, and you can just full hop double jump down air the down B like every time. So like when I'm playing this matchup, I like kind of only count my successes in the matchup based on how many times I down air his recovery. And so I think you're somewhat missing like what in my mind is the most important part of the matchup in that game.
Yeah.
But like overall, the general like way you're moving around Luigi is good. You have like this one bad habit with the lasers. Look, you can do it again. Look at this. Look, you just keep laser shielding like, and you know if you think about it, like what can laser shield even get you? I mean, like I guess if they do this really bad aerial, you might be able to like shine out a shield or something. But look, if you did this same laser. If you did the same laser and just did dash back, dash in there, or like dash in, dash back, dash in there, you can just punish this on reaction and get like this big punish. Whereas if you stick yourself in shield, you don't have any ability to actually like move out of it and punish him. So it's interesting.
I don't even know where that comes from.
It's interesting because like you're like kind of close to playing the matchup right, but like that laser dash dance and the down air. Along with the full hop to top plat are like those are my top 3 in the matchup. And you definitely want to just like avoid down airing Luigi low percent. Like I feel like, you know, like the power of down air is in the fact that you can pillar out of it. And, like, pillaring Luigi's not really gonna... That's not even really what we want, right? Like, if we shine Luigi at this percent, we might get one hit more on him. But, like, we're not really gonna get, like, a big, like, pillar combo. So I think it's, like, if you can catch Luigi in the air with, like, a nair or a bair or an up air, that's, like, way better than catching him with, like, a down air. Just like
That makes sense. I didn't really think about it that way. That is.
And if he's at higher percent and it knocks him down, it's like, it's something. But even then, I'd probably, if you just nair it here, like nair, up tilt, back air, and then you shark him on the way down, hit him off with one more back air, run off double jump down, like a stock. And you don't really want to be doing these either, because, like, it doesn't really get you much. Like, Luigi is, like, a big combo character, and so he's just looking for his one opening. And so if, like, the neutral, like, the issue with these back airs that isn't present in, like, the nair, for instance, like, or, like, if you had naired here, is that, like, your momentum is with the hitbox. If it's Fox, it really doesn't matter, because Fox can just hit you friggin' drifting away and then still run and catch you, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, with Falco, if you want to get any sort of follow-up on Luigi, you need to be, like, moving forward with your aerial. Yeah. But in order to move forward with an aerial safely, you need him to be in the air. So you kind of use your, like, laser and dash dance around him and, like, platform movement to try to get him into the air, and then you hit him with, like, air juggle moves, pretty much. And, like, with momentum forward. Because, yeah, if you do that, like, if you name your absolute best case out of this back air, like, if Luigi does get hit by this back air...
Just get nothing.
Yeah, your best case. Like, if you were controlling Luigi's DI, it would be difficult to give yourself a follow-up. And then if you miss it, you get hit with this, even if the Luigi's brain dead, they're getting, like, almost a stock off you. Or a stock. You know what I mean? And so, like,
yeah,
he's definitely looking for you to try to play. And, like, to some degree, Falco has to play, like, a lower value opening game. Because Luigi just naturally hits him a lot harder. But it's kind of like, you know, if you accept that you have a lower value opening, like, game to play in general, like, you know, against, like, floaties and stuff, or, like, they're going to hit you harder than you're going to hit them. You can't just, like, abandon how strong those your openings are gonna be. You know, like, it's kind of like if your openings are net, like, if this character's openings in the matchup are like an 8, and, like, your matchup, your best openings are like a 4, and then it's like, I think people have, like, a tendency to be like, well, I'm just getting low value openings anyway, so I should just only go for, like, 1s. You know, like, super ultra safe, build the damage. And it's like, when people are beating floaties with Falco, a lot of times it's not because they played a perfect back air and laser zoning game 4,700 times, you know? Right. Most of the time it's because, like, despite not having as good of a combo game in the matchup, maybe they could manage half as good of a combo game, and then Falco still owns in neutral, and then that's kind of how you win. You can't just play it off of, like, one hit. That's just never gonna work in the end. I also think you should these dashes need to be, like, a little bit farther, because, like, okay, so I sort of treat Luigi like Sheik. He's actually very similar to Sheik in a lot of ways, like on the ground especially, is that, like, my goal by dashing forward here is to bait either shield, short hop nair out of shield, short hop fair out of shield, or a forward tilt. And he's probably not going to forward tilt at 0. I guess you could technically be baiting, like, down smash, but kind of the idea is that all his moves just sort of hit, like, right here. And so if you're doing this little quick dash dance, like, you even start with dash back, you really want to, like, laser dash into the hitbox range and then dash out of it, and that'll get him to, like, swing there. And he can't punish you for, like, doing it. Whereas, like, basically because you dashed back first here and this wasn't, like, aggressive enough, he just sort of, like, waits for you because he realizes that as soon as you do this, like if you try to hit him, he's just gonna do the like Luigi shield grab stuff where he slides back and then shield grabs you. And so he's just like kind of chilling here. That was a good up tilt. And this is sort of like the same thing of like, oh, you hit him here, back air or nair, back air or nair or up air or something that gets him like
It's
up
off
here,
stage.
so we can hit him off stage and go for the down air edge guard. Whereas like these down airs just aren't, like that back air is like, wow, you know, hitting all these down airs in a row did way less for us than like none of those did anything compared to this one back air. And now we're like, okay, so when you get in this position, your goal is basically to get to Luigi as quickly as possible. You're most of the time not going to actually like hit him off and then just jump off and immediately try to kill him. But you need to like provide the threat as quickly as possible, because like if you think about it, like what are his recovery options? You know, he's got side B, which first of all, if he wants to get back, he's gonna need to charge it, and he's got down B, which takes a really long time. So by hopping out immediately with like a full hop, like what I would say the sequence from right here should be immediately probably like wave dash or run over here, turn around, and then backflip full hop, or just literally run, jump, full hop up here. Or you could even like jump wave land on plat and then dash full hop off. Like if you had landed on plat right here and then you did a dash full hop and you just like shine stalled here for a second or something, like you'd be in really good shape. Grabbing the edge is just not going to do much. You want to get him, like what it feels like is you let him get close to edge and then you're like, well, now that he's close to edge, like it's kind of scary to go over there. And it's like, well, yeah, you got to get him before he gets in that scary spot. Like, there's always like a big window to pressure him before that happens, you know? Because once he's here, I don't know. Like, I think you going for this back air here into the down smash is kind of the, like, and most of the time this down smash won't hit, you know? Like, I think going for this, like, back air and hope into nothing is like usually the best you can get if Luigi gets down here like this, unless you're going for like a big crazy read, which I wouldn't do in this position. But like if you hit him off, you know, you're like, okay. And yeah, he's just dead here. But usually when you hit him off, you just want to get out there like ASAP. Okay, good full hop, great full hop back here. Yeah, no, this was perfect. I would have done exactly this exact thing. Yep, full hop is so good. I don't know where the lasers went. Like right here. Just get down there, turn around laser. It's like you could just drop here, turn around laser, dash back, dash in, backflip full hop, and you're already pressuring this with a back air. He has no double jump. You know, if you back air him there, he's probably dead. It's like, imagine if like edge guarding Sheik was like, you could edge guard Sheik, but you had like 4 ways to reactively down air her out of her recovery. And it's kind of like, yeah, that's kind of like the same play. You just want to get him off stage. Great, that was really good. Don't like that back air. Another laser. Would have been better. Yeah, should have been in there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying about the down airs. They just lead to nothing.
Yeah, they lead to nothing like ever. Especially when he's not at knockdown percent.
Yeah, exactly.
And you basically just don't want to do stationary aerials against like Luigi in general. Like you kind of want to be like moving with each of your aerials. Either like you're going up or you're coming down or you're like moving over. Like the walled... I think you can do like subtle movement. Like I actually think like fade back aerials are really good against Luigi, but you don't really want to do like, let me see. You did one. Yeah, like those, especially like out of shield, like short hop aerials out of shield and stuff. Like, if I'm shielding against Luigi on the ground already, he could just be wave dashing over to insta kill me if I shoot a laser out, or like if I aerial out of shield. Like he could have just like wave dash down smash or wave dash up smash or something. Most of the time, I'm just going to get out of the way. Like, the laser dash dance is so powerful, you just don't need to engage in, like, pretty much any uncomfortable positions. And this is that same thing. I just literally, like, I just run this sequence over and over and over. Laser, dash in, dash away, dash in there, and he will do this dumb back air and get hit with it, like, every time. It's just the way of the Luigi. It's just they just can't stop it. They can't help themselves.
I definitely see how it's similar to Sheik in that way. Like he can't really move, like unless he full commits to like a wave dash.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's just kind of stuck there, and so you can kind of it's like it's even harder for him to move than Sheik. So you can kind of just like play around his like instant hit range like that, like the short hop fair range. Yeah, like imagine if right here, imagine if you did this laser. Oh, sorry, this. Yeah. Okay, basically this exact sequence, but instead of this wall back air, you did a dash dance nair here. Like you dashed back, dodged this fair, then you naired in, then you full hop off, and now you suddenly have this crazy big down air. You might kill him pressure like right here. You would already be like right here, and now he has to worry. He has to worry about shine back air. He has to worry about down air. He has to worry about everything, and it makes it a lot harder for him to get back. I'd be careful attacking Luigi in the corner like that. That's kind of scary. Man, look at it. It's that same exact sequence. Look again. This just keeps coming up of like laser, dash in. But you, okay, I think this laser was like a little. I don't really have too much of a problem with it. I think you were just kind of setting up an additional pressure with it, so I'm not gonna complain. But I do think if you just lasered and ripped that same exact dashed in, dash back sequence here, he would have done
that. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't want to do those. Never approaching aerial Luigi if you haven't already confirmed that he's in the air. Okay, that's pretty good. This is not bad sharking here. I think the back air was pretty acceptable there. That same sequence. Like, you haven't confirmed that he jumped yet, so you shouldn't ever approaching aerial. It, like, basically, if you think he's gonna move forward here, you can, like, you could wall a down air. You could. I'm not, like, I think it's very good against Luigi, but, like, I don't know. I think it's very good, but I would prefer to stay mobile. It's like the wall down air is really good there, but I would prefer to stay mobile and just dash dance it out. Because it feels like every time you laser his shield, literally every time, he just short hops aerials out of shield. And if you did like a dash dance in there here, you would just be getting like 50 neutral openings more. This is like a really common spot actually, and you can just secure a kill here. When he misses this grab, he always falls off backwards, and the good ones will double jump waveland, but like 90% of Luigi's will do this back air, and you can just like shield drop back air it, and then full hop out and you know, start covering the side B and with the down air and stuff like that. So I feel like you're definitely not like doing like you're definitely not like playing it badly. You know what I mean? I think these motions are so inefficient. Like you're doing the good stuff, kind of. Like it's just you keep doing like good. Like I think that jab was good, and then resetting this position up, and I'm like, oh, here we go, the dash dance, and then if Luigi jumps, you kill him. But instead, you do this. What was that? Well, like what was that supposed to punish? You know what I mean? I think that was not a bad fade back, at least. Okay, not a bad jab. Yeah. So like right here, okay, you cover this, you hit him off. I would also keep in mind, not that you have to do it here, but if you just falling shine back air here, he's probably dead. It's like the same type of sequence as before. You just jump up. He just has like infinite lag, so you get to perfectly set up the shine back air.
I was thinking like waveland down tilt or something when I watched it, but
honestly, you might actually have time. Yeah, if you were perfect, you could waveland down tilt there for sure, or waveland up smash even maybe. But like I think jumping here is very reasonable. You know what I mean? Like I think that was like and once you're here, I'd probably go for the shine back here.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a good option.
But like once you get once you get here, immediately go down and into the corner and then full hop. That's just like the key. You're like these. What are these doing?
Put myself between him and the legend.
Because like, okay, let's think about this too. What is scary about Luigi's recovery? Like like the scariest thing he can do is either misfire you, forward air you, or down air you. He doesn't have like, oh, you get near him and he throws you back off the stage from the air or something like that, right? Like he's gonna hit you really hard forward. That's it. And so if you jump way out to try to stop him from recovering, the worst thing he can do to you is just hit you way back and then finish his recovery. And so, like, even if you're at 80 and you're kind of afraid of, like, losing your stock or whatever, going, like, way out here early and trying to pressure him in the air is, like, the safe... he can't punish you out of that. Like, he can't kill you. The worst he could do is hit you, and then you just go to the other side of the stage and you resume the game from there. Like, for instance, if you had gotten hit by this forward air... somehow, like you were all the way out here and this forward air hit you, what, it's like, you slide off the top plat or something, and then you just keep playing. This is like a classic. You're not gonna want to kill Luigi with, like, falling on him bare when he moves forward like this. It's just, like, a good rule to keep in mind that, like, he will live this back air to 200. Like, if he actually wave dash into that back air, I promise it doesn't kill him. Like, it's like, sure, it's something, but like, I think it's much better in this position to just like, okay, we reset. Like, if you just reset and then went around and started lasering him again, you know, it's like way better than like the falling back air there. Okay, nice. Okay, now the reverse 3-0 starts. Look at that same sequence where, like, even if you're not going to go in here because you don't like the low percent, like, even if you shoot this laser and you think, I'm not going to go in, you should just still do that sequence, like the dash in, dash back, and, like, because he might just give you something really, really obvious there. Or, like, really easy to punish. Definitely a little over down air zealous. Gotta do that sequence. Yeah, once it knocks down, it's fine. Ooh, scary. Definitely feeling already this game like a little bit more like I need to get him.
Yeah, just antsy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I would have forward tilted here. At a percent like this, like, your only goal is to get Luigi off the stage, right? So, like, if you hit this, like, laser, forward tilt, and then he's dead. Okay. Okay, look at this, though. Hear me out. Right here. I think these lasers are totally fine. What if you just jumped out and hit him earlier? Like, a little bit earlier. Like, right here. Wave land off, double jump back air. What's he gonna do? He's gonna hit you back to the stage. That's all he's got here. He's not gonna, like, somehow gimp you or hit you with, like, a falling needle or anything. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's just sort of, like, weird to get used to, but, like, he doesn't have any sort of, like, really, like, counter here that is actually, like, scary. So you can just, like, kill him out of those positions, or at least heavily pressure him, like, a lot of the time. Luigi's kind of one of those characters where, like, people either, like, disrespect him or over-respect him in, like, a bunch of different positions. They're either like, yeah, this character is nothing, and it's like, well, he's definitely more than nothing. And they're like, what about right here? He's got something, right? And you're like, actually, there he has nothing. He has, like, way less than, like, every other character. And, like, I think beating Luigi is about just, like, focusing what happens in the game. Oh, yeah, you're getting really antsy here. These low percents, I would love to be moving around, lasering, looking for him to try to jump. I want to get him in the air before I attack him as much as possible.
Yeah.
This hurts. obviously you can't adjust in the VOD, you know? But I'm like, you laser the shield, and I'm like, oh, big pressure. And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, no! And I think that the way you set up after this laser was pretty good, but it was definitely like you had to make up for the fact that the sequence wasn't already going your way.
Made the most out of a bad decision.
Okay. No, not the lasers. Look at that. This is dead. This is like undeniable instant death. And he does this. He needs... You shouldn't even be shooting these. It's not going to help you at all. You want him... You don't want to cancel his lag with a laser, like, ever. The only time I kind of troll with it is when they're mashing down B. Sometimes I'll laser them because they, like, keep mashing it, and then I'll jump out in the newly refreshed lag of the down B and downer them again. But, like, this is... He's just the only character in the game you get to do this to, except sometimes Captain Falcon. It's like, the only character in the game you would ever get to do this to would be Falcon, but, like, Luigi just... He just sets it up. Like, he's right there. Look at this. He can't move until... here. He can't move until, like, now. Like, I'm pretty sure he's, like, mashing it, probably. Like, he probably side Bs again as soon as he can, and, like, let's just one more time. Let's look at this. So he side Bs. And the smoke, when the smoke disappears, he's got no hitbox. So the hitbox just ended. And obviously, even if the hitbox was there, you could still hit him. Because even if he hits you with the side B, what it sends you, like, here. And look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's not at 60 FPS, but it's fine. And then he waits a few frames before he starts his new side B. But even then, like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, he does this, jump out, down air. And then you didn't jump out and down air? That's fine. Run off, double jump, down air, right here. Boom. Double jump down air. It'll kill both the misfire and the non-misfire. Don't even have to, like, know the difference most of the time. Or, like, not know the difference, but you don't have to, like, prepare for both. The down air, there's been so many times where they misfired and I was shocked by it and the down air still killed. Yeah, like, just really quick, imagine if you got really aggressive here. Like, imagine if you tried to wave land off double jump down air here. Or, sorry, double jump back air. Like, you just got, like, obviously this one's a little bit tougher, but I just want you to imagine. Like, you hit him off, jump, do this laser, wave shine, turn around, wave shine to here, and then just, like, try to back air him before he gets low. What could he possibly hit you with except for a forward air, which would just make things not change anything. It's just something to keep in mind that I think is very helpful against Luigi. Okay, using the platform as well. Ugh. Tried to down air Luigi when he was on the ground. Definitely a rules-based matchup. It's kind of like Puff, except easier.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the matchups I suck at are kind of rules-based matchups. It's like
same exact thing here. Luigi. He shields. You could have just done the dash back, dash in there. Gotten a big punish here. But boom. Okay, that down air was super fast. That was nice. See, but even here, is Luigi... Like, I guess being down here is not... I just think that maybe if you hit him with a back air right here, as counterintuitive as it is, he has to use side Bs to get back. And the side Bs are all down airable. That's sort of the logic I use. Where when he's down here, he's like up being, double jumping, and air dodging to get back. And all of those things are like kind of fast and tricky. Whereas the side B is the opposite of that. Doesn't do any good to side B. You just get down air as Luigi. Okay, that was interesting. This is a position where I would say he is the exact distance away. You're not going to get anything here. I think if I got this position, I'd just be like, oh, okay, he got back. You know, like, maybe I would try to kind of do what you did here with the back air, like that. I wouldn't have jumped back here again, though. I would have just gotten out of there, because you could get reversaled like that. But I think there's certain ranges where you're like, oh, I'm not really gonna... Oh! You're like, I'm not really gonna get him. Yeah, I definitely think that, like, you were getting, like, basically at the beginning, you were getting a lot of, like, pretty good situations going. They weren't, like, super efficient, but you were definitely getting them going. And, like, it feels like basically you were playing the matchup, like, kind of ineffectively, but, like, with generally accurate, like, directions of the ideas you're putting out, if not, like, even if the specifics maybe weren't, like, perfect, you know?
Yeah.
And then kind of, like, as it goes on, it feels like just, you know, a little extra approaching down air here, and a little approaching down air there, and, like, it just slowly, like, eats away at your, like, small advantage, but you probably feel like you have a bigger advantage than you do, because you're, like, kind of wrecking him in a bunch of spots. This is why I always forward down air. Like, if you shine turnaround down air here, he's dead 100% of the time. The down air always needs to be facing out. The reverse down air actually just doesn't work very well, which is why I usually just run off double jump down air anyway. But yeah, it just feels like there's some inefficiencies in your game, and, like, some move choice issues that, like, could get you reversaled, and, like, yeah, you're just grabbing ledge. Oh, almost. Okay. I think that, hey, at least you got off the ledge here. See, but imagine if you had never grabbed the edge, and you were just on the stage, and he did this down B. You could just kill him for that. You can just jump all the way out there and back air him, or down air him, or nair him, like, all the way up here before his lag ends.
Yeah, I feel like I reacted to it way too late.
Yes, it's because you're not, like, fully
late.
prepared to jump out there every time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, I don't feel like... It's not like the other games were, like, the games you won were, like, blowouts either, you know? Like, they were like, fairly close games, and so, like, Denzel definitely hasn't adjusted, like, you know, here. Like, he's playing exactly the same way. The difference is that, like, instead of doing the, like, laser shield or something, which, you know, isn't super efficient, but you were still getting, like, nairs out of them at some point, versus, like, okay, so you're just taking, like, extreme risk double laser from edge, try to up air through his nair instead of just getting out of the way and, like, lasering, and then, like, oh, I'm back, I'm gonna run off and do this crazy double jump laser, and then now I try to, like, tech chase with full hop down air, and it's just, like, when you mess up, this happens. You know what I mean? Like, you're just gonna get insta-owned, and so it's like, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to not be, like, horribly wrong. It's kind of how how the rule matchups work. Like, against Puff and stuff, I'm usually just thinking, like, okay, I don't even have to be good. As long as I avoid doing the bad things, that is enough. Like, just avoid, like, 3 or 4 bad things, and you'll cook pretty much every algorithm matchup. But, like, Luigi will just... if he gets his reversal, he takes the stock for free. That's just kind of how, like, the nature of stuff is. And yeah, you're kind of... Okay, the back air... Okay, a little bit. Kind of got reversaled off that ledge thing. And this is what I mean. It's just, like, a little bit of inefficiency, and, like... Or, like, a little bit of, like, putting yourself in danger in a spot where you don't need to. Can turn into, like, a bigger negative. Like, yeah, you're just like, yeah, get me in there. Like, laser's not working anymore. It's like, who told you that? Like, you know, laser was working great 5 minutes ago. And yeah, he will just, like, Luigi will just do that to you. So, like, once this has started, I don't really care that much. I'm not like, oh, you could have DI'd out here. And it's like, no, a better Luigi would have just killed you immediately anyway. Like, if you're like, oh, well, you know, you had a second chance here. And it's like, well, Rat Monster just up-Bs you here and you die. So, like, it doesn't really matter that much. What matters is that you gave him what he needed to, like, start the sequence. Which was, like, you're just kind of, like, down, like, trying to aerial over and over. And that's the thing. People kind of have this thing of, like, Oh man, I wasn't supposed to down air this character, but I did it and it worked. I should probably do more. And it's like, no, man. Like, you're like, man, I went all in and I lucked out. I should go all in again. Is like the kind of feeling that happens. And it's like, if you do a bad down air and you get away with it, you should definitely assume that they will now be prepared for it instead of like, oh, I can just kind of like down air a bunch of times and like win.
Yeah.
It's very tempting, but like you gotta stick to like the plan. I know you were saying it's very difficult to stick to the plan, and I think that might be because your plans aren't quite fleshed out enough. Like it seems like you have general like ideas to do against Luigi, but you're not like fully aware of your exact sequences, like the laser dash dance nair. Like how fleshed out is it really? Like when you hit that laser, are you like, oh, I'm gonna do that nair sequence that I always do, and then I'll hit him off stage and do the edge guard sequence that I always do? It feels like a lot more like Luigi's generally kind of weak at this range, and I can kind of hit him here, and like that little bit of looseness, like when it comes down to like really needing to win, all of the looseness will become like obvious.
Yeah, I think what you just explained right now is like in some matchups I have that where I'm like, okay, the laser dash back near Marth,
Yeah,
the tank laser fit. Like I have that stuff. Like I think about it that way, and versus Luigi, it's definitely more like vibes.
yeah,
It's like,
exactly, and like that would be fine if Luigi was a vibes matchup, but it's a
yeah,
rule. It's a rule
yeah,
matchup.
yeah,
It's funny because like I don't know. It's like I feel like even the vibe matchups, Falco needs a lot of like rules. Like even against like Fox, you need like a lot of rules. He kind of needs rules in every matchup, but I think if you don't have as much practice in a matchup, like Luigi's not that common. You're gonna have it's gonna be like harder to form like a complete like you're just gonna have way less plans. But like the good news is the characters are worse, so like 3 or 4 sequences is like all you really need for the most part, especially against like Luigi. Like I don't think this is like a very
yeah,
complicated matchup. I think it's like you just kind of move in the spots where like Luigi can't do much, and usually they just try something even though they can't do it, and then you kill them. And if they're really really good at the game, they'll just kind of like let you do good spacing on them over and over, and like kind of just try to like hold their positioning and not really give up too much. And I think in those cases the matchup doesn't exactly get harder, but it lasts longer because you kind of have to like laser setup check, laser setup check, laser setup check, quick hit, laser setup check, laser setup check. Whereas like the bad Luigi's, you're just like laser setup check, confirm, kill, and you can kind of just do it over and over. And by bad, I just mean like non-top player Luigi's,
right,
like
yeah,
not to call Denzel bad because he's decent, but just like he's
yeah.
clearly
Not
every time you
monster.
laser his shield, he's ripping short hop aerial like every time, and that is not just a Denzel thing. Bad down air. Okay, I'm actually fine with that down air. I don't think he really could have punished that if he didn't wave dash. Yeah, anyway, okay, that's not bad. But it's just it's kind of like, man, sure wish I hit him with something that wasn't down air here because he's just fine.
Yeah,
Even if you like nair him and he like slides off to like ledge or whatever, at least in that position, like I don't know, maybe that down air was kind of fine. It just gets messy. It just gets messy really quick in ways that I'm like not usually happy with. Because once again, you don't have to like find things in this matchup. Like against Marth or something, you have to like find stuff. You have to be like, ooh, maybe there's something in here. You don't have to do that. Luigi has to find stuff. You just get to like, you know, like you just get to like watch him from your nice car. Like you get to watch him suffer from inside your Lamborghini. Okay, I actually think this game you sort of you started playing the plan a little bit better. You're still not doing like the laser dash dance correctly because it's literally like a game of like laser dash dance confirm over and over. And I feel
mm,
like you're somewhat like it felt like at the beginning you were just way more wanting to confirm, and now you're kind of in like a sometimes I confirm, sometimes I gamble state, which is like really normal. It's honestly, like I said, what I've been working on. Like, I just keep losing like to J-Mook like last hit. And I had him for a little bit, but now we haven't played for a while, and I'm back to losing to him last hit again. Like I lost 2 sets to him last hit, like last week on Monday. And I was like gonna win both times. I was cooking him big time, and it was just game 5, and I just sort of like, maybe this nair, and then I get 0 death off a tech chase, and it's like I realized after a bunch of thinking about it that like it was entirely on me for like, as the match gets closer, I'm just not confident enough in like what my punishes are. So like you just like here, it's like it's not like you're playing bad, but are you doing sequences that you know, or are you just kind of like you're doing these jabs? I guess the jab is not really that good against Luigi here. It's a lot less good than against some other characters. I would just be going for the same dash dance nair, because if I hit him off stage, like if you nared him there, he's probably dead anyway. It's just not, it's like not bad, but none of this is like, it's not like, it needs to feel like, you know, all of your actions are like funneling towards this inevitable something, you know? Like all of your actions need to be pushing the character or the game in like some direction, and that definitely changes like per matchup. But like what I would say you are pushing here is the idea that like, you're zooming. Like, you're just like, oh, I'm all around you. You can't move. You can't do anything. And it's like, man, that's sick. But he's just sitting there holding down and down smashing. And, like, his thing is I'm at a high percent, so I'm going to sit here and I'm going to spam, like, moves that might reversal you. And if one hits, like, he knows exactly what he's doing here. He did not have to, like, where am I going with this? He's just like, oh, hit him, off stage. That's where I want Falco. Really want Falco off stage so he dies. Whereas, like, you're kind of like, like, what are you looking for here? You know what I mean?
Just like decided to freestyle.
It feels, yeah, exactly. You're just kind of like stunting on him, which is like normal Falco behavior. It's like it's very tempting to do that, but like when they're at high percent and you want to kill them and you're at low percent, like down a stock or whatever, it's like you're just gonna end up sitting there for a while, because their strategy is to sit there until you like get too excited and overextend. And so you just need to like keep playing it very normally, and like honestly I feel like a lot of times it just throws people off. You just like, when things start getting really tense, you just camp for a second, you know? And you don't need to camp forever, just a little bit, just to be like, okay, wait, I'm good. Luigi can't really like force any approaches on Falco. Okay, see, this one is funny because you clearly had like a big direction here, and your big direction here was nasty pillar combo. Unfortunately, that doesn't exist. Like I felt you like lock in on this down air shine. Like if this was Fox, for instance, and you did this down air shine, you would have probably taken his stock and come back like right here. But it's Luigi, so it's like, oh, you don't really have that same plan. And you're like, right. What was the plan? I guess hit him a bunch, and he's like, mash reversal, and he'll just kill you over and over. This is like why some Falcos struggle with Luigi, is because they kind of stop playing it right. It's like if a Jigglypuff gets ahead by camping and up throw resting, and then like when things get down to it, they just start like fairing and bearing at you, you know?
Yeah.
This is that same thing. Grab an edge. He can't side B sweet spot edge. Like if he's gonna do, and if he goes low, he needs to up B from his full sweet spot distance, or else you'll just like cancel out of it and down smash him. So there's no reason to grab edge here. Run off double jump down air and he'll die every time. That was a great up air. Okay, I think that was actually totally fine from you, and it's just like a tech skill flub. I think that was actually a totally fine neutral sequence. Crazy down air attempt. Okay. See, but what I'm saying is like the the like get him to jump and then I aerial attempts have pretty much stopped. You keep going for that double laser. It happens. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, pretty bad. Yeah, I definitely, I definitely feel like that. Like having that thing that you're looking for, I feel like in a lot of matchups, especially Marth, Fox, Falcon, like all the top tier matchups, like I have that thing, and I definitely do not have that thing versus Luigi. So
Yeah, I would
it's
say
good to know.
like you need your big thing and you need like 3 or 4 ways to get into your big thing and you're set on every matchup. And I think like I said that like some it's harder when it doesn't kill, right? Like characters that Falco can't zero death ever, like Puff, Luigi, Samus, stuff like that. It's it's so much harder to find your thing because you can't get like a zero death big combo on them. But
Yeah,
like it's the same thing I was saying at the beginning, like the fact that they took away your 10 out of 10 combo means that you should be like working extra hard to make sure that you're like always hitting that 5 out of 10 combo. And 2 5 out of 10s equals the 10 out of 10 and you just got to deal with that as part of the matchup rather than like letting the fact that like if like letting the fact you don't have a kill combo like sort of lull you into like this like low value opening state, which is what it's something that happens to everybody as Falco.
yeah,
And so I think like knowing the sequences you want that lead into the edge guard, or like, oh, here's like a combo that I have that like, builds like a little bit of damage or something, like, or like a shark position that I really like where maybe you hit the short hop nair, approaching short hop nair into up tilt, and then you short hop up air his landing on the side plat or something, and then after that you get one back air and then you run off down air, and it's all just kind of like the down air when Luigi is recovering is like the big special thing at the end of the road that everything needs to lead to. And so I think like if you don't have that, this matchup is kind of just like big neutral advantage, but I can't do anything to him. So like and like, that's just how it goes. Like I said, it's the exact reason that I lost to Jmook. And it's interesting is that what really helped me think about it is that like when I played Nasby, I don't know if you knew I had like a big Nasby phase at the beginning of like last year.
hmm
Um, the same thing was happening to me in that game because the punish game is a lot easier for a lot of characters. But if you're playing a character who you'll just be playing somebody and they're like objectively kind of bad at like platform fighters, like they're just not super good, but the game makes like really like the game lets you zero death like pretty easily. And so like they just end up in these things where you're like, man, like I feel like I'm like way better than this person, but like now that it's game 5 last stock, I I'm just gonna get clutched on, because you're just not ready for the thing, or like not ready for the thing. You're not ready to like go for your like if you don't have a big thing that you're going for, you're just gonna start thinking about the big thing that they're going for, and you're just gonna be like, oh no, they're just going for their big grab, and I have to avoid getting grabbed instead of like I'm going for my big edge guard. They need to avoid getting big edge guarded. You know what I mean? Like staying
yeah. No,
focused
that makes sense.
on the threat that you provide to them. Um, okay, we went over like a decent amount of stuff about the matchup and like positions. How are you feeling? What are you thinking about right now?
So my main thing is, and like we talked about some of the sequences, like the laser dash dance.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely get that, like getting Luigi into the air, full hops, platform movement, laser movement, stuff like that. What spacing, like, are you looking to enter? Like, I feel like, like if I think about, you know, Falcon, I kind of want to be either at like a reactable distance to his aerials, or like if he's gonna like full hop nair at me, I can like react an up tilt, or like on his ass, like where I'm just like super pressuring him.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Peach, I have like the top platform and I'm kind of like going to side plat, going to top plat, going to side plat, and like waiting for her to kind of like corner herself or overcommit.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Luigi, like what spacing am I trying to get in? Because I feel like if when I'm moving around a lot, they kind of are just like wave dashing back and forth, and because he travels so far, It just feels like
Yeah, okay. So
the spacing between us is always
he
changing.
travels very far, but if he wants to commit to coming up to get you, that's how he gets beat up in the air from trying to full hop up, like I was talking about.
Yeah.
And then if he stays on the ground, he's vulnerable to lasers. And so you can kind of do this like I'm shutting you down on the ground, and then you're like, I'm on the platforms. Are you really gonna try to hit me up here? That might be bad. And then you're like, now I'm lasering you. And so you basically, your ideal range, like I was mentioning before, is slightly outside of forward tilt range. Like you want to
So
laser him
pretty close.
from yes, it's quite close. It's basically like outside of the range of moves that he could hit you with without wave dashing. And it's close enough that he can't wave dash to hit you, because if he wave dashes, he'll just go
It
past
just goes
you.
flying. Yeah.
And so he either needs to do very tricky short wave dashes and kind of give up his mobility and be like slow, or he needs to like try a move in place, which isn't going to hit you anyway, or he needs to like move back and reset the spacing, and you go, okay, nice, I lasered you again, and now I have put the spacing back in position. But if he wants to create a ton of space, then that's fine, because you can just laser him a bunch. And if he wants to go to the platforms, then, you know, we can just out vertical him. And then if he wants to go back to the ground, now we're lasering him again. That type of thing.
Okay. Okay, that kind of makes sense.
It's kind of like when you're on the platforms and, like, you kind of want Marth to jump up and try to hit you. Except he just has, like, way less drift and range and stuff. It's like, there's just been a lot of times where I'll be on the platform and I'll just, like, short hop or something off the top plat, and then right underneath me they'll whiff an up air, and then I'm like, oh, back air, drop back air, short hop up air, you landing on the side plat, back air, run off down air. You know, like it's like they just insta die a lot of times.
Okay. I think for Luigi that gives me definitely gives me like a focus.
Okay, because I think like your general approach to it isn't bad. It's just there's like a few efficiency leaks that are happening, and I think that it's like there's a few efficiency leaks happening, and like you're making a decent number of errors, like with like approaching down airs and stuff like that. Yeah. And so it's like it's kind of like barely being held together in like a winning state, which makes it so that like when you feel pressured or when it's close or if something goes wrong, the odds of you like maintaining this like very fragile advantage are like going to disappear quickly.
Yeah, I think I'm just I'm fairly comfortable like moving around Luigi, so I feel okay with that. And then but I don't have a thing that I'm like specifically trying to punish outside of like, you know, much worse Luigis who are really, it's really easy to read their wave dash movement and stuff. You could just down air them and shit. Like versus Denzel. It doesn't,
I know
doesn't
exactly what you're talking about. I think if you did like 100 edge guards on Luigi by jumping out and then reacting to what he does and down airing it, like total, just in like a bunch of games or something, you would be like a whole new player in this matchup. Because it gives you like something like, you know, when you shine Fox on Yoshi's at 50 and he DIs off stage and you're like, oh yeah, time to jump out and double jump down air that. You know what I mean? Like, like you're just like, yes, he did the bad DI, he's dead. It's like, that is what you should get against Luigi when you hit him way off stage and up high. You're like, ooh, I'm going to go out there and kill him right now. He's got nothing he can do. And like, I think that pattern just needs to be built in your brain. I don't think you'll have any problem adapting the laser dash dance nair thing. I think that's like much, or even like just moving around on platforms a little bit more with full hop.
Yeah.
It's because that's pretty much what you're already doing. But I think that edge guard thing is like, if you can get that in your head of like subconsciously that like, oh, when he's in that position, I'm just going to kill him. Then like, I think the rest of your play will naturally lead into it a little bit more.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so the laser nair thing, the edge guards.
Yeah, the edge guard's the biggest.
Movement.
Yeah, don't forget to full hop. Don't approaching down air. You definitely just need like less down. Like don't down air Luigi when he's on the ground. Honestly, just trying to attack Luigi when he's on the ground in general is kind of a bad plan. The lasers just make him so immobile that like he's not really gonna be on the ground all the time because otherwise he'll just get like laser camped to death. He's got to jump at some point or move in a way at some point that allows him to be punishable.
Okay.
Is there any other questions or thoughts on the stuff I've been saying? Like obviously you can message me later if something comes up.
Yeah.
But
No,
while
I think for this matchup, I think that's enough for now.
Okay.
Yeah. I think in terms of like Falco Luigi stuff, I feel better about that.
Okay, nice.
Cool.
And you're saying, are you looking to like schedule another one soon for some other matchup or something? Because you keep saying, like,
I think
Luigi.
I need like.
I'm like, oh, what else are you looking for?
I think I need like the bullet points in a handful of matchups probably.
Okay.
Mostly like the weird matchups, like all the top tiers. I feel pretty confident playing, but frankly, like
good.
a lot of the SoCal locals, it's like Ice Climbers, Luigi, Samus, Puff, Ganon, Link. Like I play so many. Like I really don't play a lot of top tiers. I feel.
I see. Well, the good news is most of Falco's low tier matchups, like mid to low tier, are like very, very, very similar. Like that laser dash dance nair, that's like pretty much all I do against Ganon, even when he's on the ground. But yeah, we can get into that. We can get into stuff like that later. But yeah, let me know. I think the concept of like why you might be getting reverse 3-0, just looking at your message again from earlier. Yeah. But I think like you might like if you're getting reverse 3-0'd in a certain matchup, or a certain way, I think, it might be important to just like refocus on that concept again and just be like, do I have like a nice thing that I'm like really looking for? Because I think that's kind of like the decider when things get close.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let me know how things go and feel free to hit me up for anything and we'll talk more later.
Yeah. Cool. Appreciate it.
All right. Yep. Sounds good, man. Have a good night.